everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. In today's video, I would like to share with you my planner goals of 2017. Now these goals are not necessarily for the next year, but for the coming future. I would like to achieve those goals possibly in 2017, but some of the goals does need a lot of time and I have to consider those and be realistic. Right, so I'm going to show you the notes that I've made in my traveler's notebook and go through each of the goals that I've made. Okay, so here are my goals that I've written down. I suggest if you are thinking of setting some planner goals for 2017, make sure you write them down because you will forget. So when I was thinking about what sort of things I would like to achieve in the next year or the coming years, I did make a list. Okay, so my first planner goal is to use a traveler's notebook or any planner cover for 3 months or 6 months or more. The reason why I set this goal is because one, I want to see how long I can survive in a traveler's notebook, and also I would like to see the patina on a traveler's notebook. I haven't yet used a planner longer than 3 months. I know it sounds bad, but it's true. I haven't used one longer than 3 months, so I haven't noticed a major patina. I would love to see how my traveler's notebook or my binder, whatever I use, patina in a year's use of time. I would like to see how it ages over the year, and this is one of the reasons which is why I'm using this TN for the longest time. I've been using this over 3 months now and I have no intention of moving out of it, but I have been making plans on creating more TN, the color combination and stuff, so I still make TN, but I do feel like I should stop because it's not like I'm gonna move out of this traveler's notebook anytime soon. I love this traveler's notebook so much, so it's really hard for me to completely move out of it. Hopefully I will be able to use this traveler's notebook for 6 months or a year. A year would be a huge achievement for me. If I can live in this traveler's notebook for a year, then I would pat myself on my back. If you haven't have this goal, maybe you should try it too. Maybe see how your traveler's notebook or your file of facts or whatever you're using, a leather type or whichever type patina is, or looks after a year's use. I mean, it will give you a good indication of how say a leather notebook survives compared to a fabric notebook. My second planner goal is to use some sort of time frame for a busy day. The reason I say this is because the way I plan, I don't have a timeline. I do not schedule things for a certain time, if that makes sense. If I have an appointment, I just write it down in a bullet journal format, so I'll probably just write the time down like I've done here. So I don't have a timeline where I time block things. Even though I don't have one, I would like to try one. I do see the appeal of that time frame because you can literally set your day in a linear format. I have looked into different insets and stuff. The best thing I came across was from Kerry Harling's video. She did a really good technique and I would like to share with you. I don't remember exactly which video I have found it from, but I absolutely loved it and I tried it on into my this YouTube/blog insert. So I made this layout for just one day, and this is an example, so I'm not saying these are accurate, but this is how I was playing with the time frame and seeing if it would work for me. So what Kerry Harling did, and I absolutely loved, is that she put the timeline in the middle, so she has both the space to write her appointments and stuff. So instead of having the timeline right at the edge of the paper and having to write on this whole piece of paper, it's best to divide it so you have 2 spaces to write your appointments. So say if you're multitasking, you can still fit that around the time frame if you have 2 spaces to write on. As you can see, I put the time from 9 till 12 in midnight, and I was able to fit my daily schedule here. It was really lovely to see that it was kind of like a linear format. So say morning, say drink coffee and get ready and stuff, so you can literally follow the timeline of your day. If you think about certain things that you need to get done, I think time frame is really good and keeps you organized. Like it keeps you accountable as well because you're writing things down. It's easier to follow. If you don't have a plan, if you don't know what time you're doing things, sometimes you find that you can never get that work done. But if you have a timeline, I feel like it really helps to get that work done in a timely manner. And also I found that you still have more spaces for writing your daily chores, that you don't want to make it time sensitive. You still have spaces to write it below. So yeah, this sort of layout, I was very attracted to it. I absolutely love that it is very doable. Like I could just sit down and do it. I just drew 2 lines and wrote the numbers and basically scheduled my day. The reason why this is my planner goal is because I am really rubbish when it comes to time sensitive things. Whenever I make the plan and if I don't get it done, I feel very demotivated to get the other things done in that same day within the time sensitive region. So this is why I don't time sensitive my stuff. I don't do laundry at 10 o'clock or do this studying or revision at 3 o'clock. I don't do that because I feel like if I fail the first task, chances are I'll fail the following task in the same day. That's one of my fear, and I have to work with it. I have to overcome that issue because I feel like having that fear is just not helping me, and I do feel like this is so efficient way of planning. I hate being late, and I'm always getting things done in time. Certain things like appointments and all the time sensitive things, I make sure I get it done in time. So I don't know why I do not do it on paper format. You know what I mean? I do it in my head, but I should really do it on the paper format because it just makes life easier. But I have to work with my fear and actually overcome with the failing first task and failing the following others, that sort of issue. I just need to stop feeling like a big failure and just go ahead and do this because I feel like this is such a good system, and I really thank you, Kerry Harling, for sharing this with everyone, because I do think this is one of the best time sensitive system, and you don't have to print anything. This is bullet journal style. You can just do it whenever you want, really. I mean, if you have a really busy day, you go ahead and do this. If you don't have a very busy day, then you can go ahead and do bullet journal list and stuff. So I really think I need to invest more time and patience into this system because I like the look of it, I like the logic behind it. I just need to go ahead and dive in. I've said it before in my previous video that whenever I'd like to try something, I try it for over a period of time before I make the investment. So I'm still trying this format out to see how I like it, and maybe I will incorporate that into my planning system. The next planner goal is color coding. I am one of those people who do not color code, mainly because I panic for the fact that I have to carry too many pens. I do not like the Coletto pens because they are really thick barrel. I don't know how I feel about that. At the moment I'm using only 2 color pens, which is black and green. Green is basically mainly for my month on 2 pages. It just looks nice, that's why I use it. It doesn't have any function for color coding. I try to use red sometimes for very important task or appointments, but again I'm not very consistent with that. I get really appealed to the color coding system. 1, it looks really fun, and 2, it's more functional. You can identify a task easily just by glancing at your piece of paper rather than reading it. So that's one of the reasons color coding is really cool, and I really would like to get into it. Do you guys have any tips on how to carry different color pens? I mean, I don't like Coletto. I don't like to carry too many pens either. I guess I could carry a pencil case, but that's an additional thing for me to carry. But I would really love to get into it because I think the system and the logic behind it is again very cool, just like the Timeframe one. My 4th planning goal is to use more symbols. This is getting more into the bullet journal style as well. I love the thought of using symbols. I just feel like I'm too rubbish at drawing symbols or trying to get the square perfect or the circle perfect, and it puts me under a lot of stress, which is why I don't do a lot of symbols. But again, it's very efficient. You don't have to write a full sentence if you just have symbols, and you can identify what you have to do just by glancing at your planner. Also, symbols are cheaper than stickers, so if you're someone who's using a lot of stickers, say for laundry and stuff like that, wouldn't it be easier to use writing symbols? Now, this is personal. Obviously, if you love using stickers and love the colorful layout, that's completely fine. I'm one of those people, I like things in long term, so I think would I be able to keep up with the sticker habit? So for me it's a no. That's why I like to draw it or write it myself, which is why my bullet journal is so simple. It's just a box with the date in and just writing this the list of the things I have to do. If I start using washies and stickers and stuff like that, there will be a time in my life where I would feel reluctant to use it. That's because probably I'll run out of stickers, or two, I'll be lazy, and I don't want to get into that habit of becoming lazy when it comes to my planner. I try to avoid it as much as I can. When it comes to the actual planning system, I try to stick with things that will work for me for long term. I try to keep things simple and plain, which is why I think symbols will work really well for me, and I need to dive into it a bit more. Right, the fifth and the final planner goal for me is to brain dump every single night. Now, I brain dump occasionally. Sometimes I brain dump when I'm in the middle of my sleep and I get an idea, so I quickly shuffle and get my notebook and make quick notes. So you'll see odd bits of note in this insert, but I don't want that to happen in the middle of the night, because God knows how many times I woke up in the middle of the night to write something down. Wouldn't it be easier to write everything down before I go to sleep, so I can have a peaceful sleep? So this habit is quite important, and I would like to get into it. This is not a very hard goal. I feel like I can start working on this goal right now, but it's something I need to start doing. Basically, I need to keep reminding myself, hey, you got to do this, because one, it is healthy for your brain and for your sleep, and two, you keep using your traveler's notebook. It's a good way of basically journaling as well. I mean, think about it. If you have so many things in your head that you don't want to write in a Dear Diary format, or even in an art journal format, you just want to write it down, like scribbles, like, I don't know, random thing like soap in the dishwasher, or like, I don't know, I'm just making up words right now, but you know, like things just floating in your head, and you don't want it to float in your head, you just want it on a piece of paper. And later on you can work with that list and assign them to somewhere in your planning system to get them done, or as a reminder, or whatever. The thing is, you need to get all of the things out of your head into a piece of paper, so you can look at them again and say, oh yeah, I remember I have to do this or this or this. So I think this is very important. Of all the planning goals I have right now, I feel like using Traveler's Notebook for 6 months or a year, that is a very long-term goal. I think I have to work very hard on that. With the time frame, again, I have to work very hard on that. Color coding can be achievable if I find a way of carrying more pens. Key uses of symbols, it can be done very easily. Brain dump is probably the easiest one of my goal right now. I think I can start it from now, like I can start doing it tonight. So these are my planner goals for 2017 and more years to come. I hope you have planner goals for yourself as well. If you have any planner goals, please let me know down in the comment section below. I would love to hear your planner goals, because maybe there are some planner goals I am not aware of and I would like to be aware of, so I can add it to my list. If you have liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel. Also follow me on Instagram. I have my Instagram name over here. I hope you have enjoyed my video, and I will see you again very soon. Thank you so much. Bye.